So I think, there's also there's a lot of reasons to why they're giving out letters saying your property is 100% destroyed. One of the main reasons, though, is going to be they want you to go ahead and rebuild so they get more taxes. They want to make money off of you. So they don't care about your life. They don't care about your personal life. They think that, hey, you don't have the money, no worries. A corporation's going to come in, buy the entire area, make $5 million homes, and it's going to turn into a mecca of money. They're not just going to have these little tiny city halls. They're going to be massive. They're going to have their entire city is going to be paid for. Their mayoral jobs are going to be paid $150,000 a year. Their city council is going to be actually paid really good money. That's what they want. That's what these cities want. They want control. They want control of you, control of your finances, control of how you spend your money, control of where the money goes. It's all about control. So they want you to go ahead and they get that letter, that 100%, hey, your place is 100% destroyed. That's too bad. You better rebuild or put your house on stilts. That's a lot of money to spend, and guess what? Increases your property value. Therefore, your property value increases taxes. These cities like North Redington Beach, Redington Shores, Madeira Beach, St. Pete Beach, all these areas that were really affected, Indian Rocks, they just want this money grab. It's all a money grab to them. They don't care about you. They never cared about you in the first place because government doesn't care about individual people. They just care about power. They care about control. And the one thing that you have to stop their power and control is you have the right to bear arms. You have the right to go ahead and defend yourself from a tyrannical government, and your property is your property. It is the place where you are supposed to be at peace. When you go ahead and buy property, it's your property. People can't just step foot and tell you how to live. People can't step foot and tell you what you can do on your property. It's your property. And in America, I think that we've gone ahead and just said, okay, well, the government says this. Well, we got to do what the government says. No, we don't. We really don't have to do what the government says. The government is supposed to serve us. We don't serve the government. Unless you're in the military, you don't serve the government. Government's supposed to serve you. I think the fact is that people don't come together. So, like, if you get one person that says, oh, I'm going to arm myself, they're crazy. But if you get thousands of people that say, I'm going to arm myself, you ain't coming foot on my freaking property, then you have a national news story, and then it gains traction, and then it's like, okay, what can we do to help these people instead of what can we do to create a problem for these people so that they have to come ahead and prove to us that their property is not 100% damaged. That would be a game changer, right? They would actually come and help instead of, like FEMA going ahead and passing up on people's homes because they had a Trump sign in front of them. It really just blows your mind that, like, I guess it blows your mind, and it kind of doesn't when you realize and you just take a step back and realize that the government isn't there to serve you. They're not there to help you. They're there to control. That's what authority is. It's control. And we're in America. We're supposed to be the land of the free. So, let's live it a little bit, right? As far as these cities going ahead and doing, like, enforcing all this, and then, like, I don't know, I remember during Helene you had a bunch of ordinary citizens just doing the right thing, and I don't remember one story about the fire department or the police department being there helping rescue people, but I do remember a bunch of stories of people rescuing people. And the problem was, I know there were a lot of things that were, like, the bridges were up for during the storm. So, like, if you stayed and, like, it got really bad, which it did, you were screwed. You were legitimately screwed, and you couldn't leave. Where are you going to go? You couldn't leave. So, like, you literally now were part of the ocean, and you had to wait for a citizen to come help you, or just wait it over. So where were these governments and all that during the storm? As far as I'm concerned, if you're a first responder, you should go ahead and you need to be there. Yeah, you put yourself in riskful situations, and that is your job. That is your calling. That's what you do. I know, because I am. And it just blows your mind that the government, I'm not blaming each individual firefighter, each individual deputy or police officer. It's the government. They told them, hey, we're not going to do this. We're not going to be there. So of course, they didn't have any equipment. What are you going to do without equipment? You can't really do much. But citizens did. They took wakeboards. They took their own, personal watercraft, and they started rescuing people. They started helping out people. Yet the city didn't really do much. And then when it was all over, the crazy part about it is there are some stories out there that, like, places like these little towns out there, that their own city council got permits right away. So it was like, oh, hey, like, take care of me right away. That's bullcrap. That's absolute bullcrap. The fact that you even need permits to go build and rebuild, and the fact that it's taking this long, it has destroyed the economy of Madeira Beach, of St. Pete Beach, of St. Petersburg as a whole, of Redington Shores, North Redington Beach, Indian Rocks Beach, even Clearwater. Like, it's destroyed the entire area's economy. There is no economy for these local places, and that's how they survive. They survive right now. This is winter time, and everybody comes down for winter. The snowbirds come down. They're not coming down right now. Nothing's fixed, and the fact is that the permits were so delayed, and most haven't even gotten permits. Most, when I say most, 80% of people have not gotten permits. And then you go, you hear of what goes down at these town halls, to where old people are literally crying and saying, I just need somebody to help me how to figure this whole process to get a permit out. They don't even know where to start, because these cities aren't even giving them a clear place to start. They're not giving them a clear area to go ahead and say, oh yeah, this is how you do it. They're just saying, hey, here's your letter. And they really want you to just fall behind that letter and say, okay, well, I guess I have to spend $800,000 to put my house up on stilts, or $1 million to go ahead and knock down my property and build again. And it's probably going to cost you more than $1 million. Let's be honest here. Things are expensive, especially with 4 years of Joe Biden. That's kind of what happened. It's so sad. It's so sad for the locals. It's so sad for everybody. And people really need to get together. They need to arm up and get together, because apparently they just don't listen to you if you're just saying, oh, this isn't okay. So, I mean, I think we saw during Black Lives Matter, what they did was they would just go ahead and burn down cities, and yet they're not criminals. So I guess if we just arm up, we're good, because that is a God-given freedom. That is America's freedom. That is the exact reason why we are free and here today, because of past wars where we armed up. Britain doesn't control us, at least on paper they don't. Guys, you got to come together. You can't just be in this and saying, okay, well, we need to do this. Oh, we took this step. We took this step. We took this step. There's a lot of people in these neighborhoods that bought years ago, before these neighborhoods really turned out to be like the place to be, that don't really have just the, maybe $1,000 to go get an inspector to come over, or go get people to give them estimates and stuff. A lot of these people cost money. People don't just do stuff for free anymore. People used to come out and do like free estimates on this, free estimates on that. They don't even know where to start though. Like, these people don't even know what process to go through. Yet you're making it even harder by not even telling them how to go through the process. And on top of that, you're sending private companies out there that are, of course, going to make money for you. I mean, there's a few cities that are using private contracting companies to go ahead and tell you that your property is destroyed. And it's like, do you really trust these people to come out and tell you that your property is destroyed, when you know that they're hired by the city, they get paid through the city, and the city wants you to rebuild, and they want you to go ahead and spend more money to make the property value go up because they want more taxes? Like, do you really trust these people? I think what they're thinking is, okay, well, it might not be good for the next 5 years, but when we get every corporate America company to come in here and start buying up property, and maybe even letting China buy up property too, then this place is going to be $5 million house, $6 million house, $5 million house, $10 million house. They're making money, and the people that are staying there are going to spend even more money. And that's the way that they see it, is that this is going to become a Delray Beach. This is going to become a West Palm Beach. That's what they want. They don't want the better of you, the good for you. They want power. You guys need to go ahead and face that power, and go ahead and remove them with your vote, remove them from office with the bullshit that they're pulling on you. And this needs to gain more traction. This needs to go ahead and get to these national news media outlets, and they need to run it for more than a day. It's kind of just at the point now where the people have to come together. And one of the other issues that is there is that maybe 50-60% of the people don't live there full time. And so that's a big issue, because you go to your other home. This isn't your main concern. But the other 40% of people do. And you need to have their backs instead of asking, hey, is this place open? Is this place open? Is this place open? How about not just asking, is this place open? How about actually going ahead and coming down there, making sure that these people that live down there full time have your back, have their back. Go ahead and see if they need help. Go ahead and see if they need a way of contacting someone. Knock on their doors. Ask them if there's anything that you can do to help them, instead of being like, hey, is this hotel open? Is this hotel open? Call them yourself. See if it's open. If it's not, it's not. Don't stay there. Come down, though. Come down, stay at another property. There's plenty of properties that are open around. Support the locals that are open. They need your support. But, y'all need to come together and band together. Like I said, if y'all are armed, they're going to have a tougher time enforcing stuff. Can promise you they're not going to come to your house and say, oh, you need to knock it down, if they know that you have 2 ARs and you're armed and ready to go. I mean, straight up. You can't just go ahead and count on a letter that says, oh, yeah, we're 100% destroyed and you didn't even check out our place. That's government overreach at that point. And this needs to stop. This really needs to stop. Come together, people.